Cloink?
Cloink.
Okay. Hello YouTube, Mark here, and the magically floating camera is with me yet again. And I've got this huge package, and I'll get rid of the address information. So this is a huge package, and this actually comes from the UK. And some people may actually already see what it is because it's stamped on the side of the box. I'm not sure if the floating camera is actually filming the box or my head. And this is an item that people either seem to hate or love. It's an item that is received by members of the public in various ways. A NeoGeo arcade stick model NeoGeo-X, which has a USB plug and is actually for this system. And that's the NeoGeo-X. Well, according to Luke Morse, this is an expensive piece of junk. And I must say, coming from him, that says something. But then again, he's also used to arcade quality SNK equipment, and a lot of us aren't. I do have a NeoGeo AES, and I probably will compare it with that one as well. Actually, the original that this is actually modified after. I'll continue to unbox this and demonstrate it, and yeah, the video will continue, albeit without the floating camera girl. And does the floating camera girl have anything to add to this video? No. So she really remains anonymous. And it is actually the regular floating camera girl. Yeah, I'm gonna open up these boxes, and I'll do that when I handle the camera myself. Okay, so here you see that I actually managed to get myself an extra additional arcade stick with NeoGeo-X. A reason for that is that I wanted to use that extra stick as a dual player option, and or actually use it on my PC for emulation. Because yeah, a nice USB stick, SNK branded, thought it would be very nice. And yeah, if you look at the plastic and the joystick and the buttons, they really feel nice, first impressions. Nice clickety feel. Yeah, the bottom side, I mean the plastic shoes on the bottom are slightly cheaper. They feel cheaper, and they don't connect up flush with the top shell of the joystick. USB plug, very standard. Not a super long cord, but it's attached properly with some pieces of rubber to prevent breakage. And yeah, the buttons feel, you know, when you just try them out like this, they feel okay. And yeah, I mean, it really is very reminiscent of the original. Yeah, it's slightly smaller though, and the joystick does rotate just like the original. It doesn't have that translucent dual plastic layer effect, but it really looks the part, and it's a very nice joystick, I think. Yeah, first impressions, you know, I may hook it up to my PC later on and see how it works. May hook it up to the system itself, see how it works. And the printing on it, yeah, seems to be of a very good quality. I mean, the print doesn't look cheap. Okay, and so we have the box of it, and you see that there's 20 games included. I'll just slowly show them. Not as many shmups as I would hope. Quite a few fighters, and quite a diverse set of course, Metal Slug. Quite a diverse set of games, which yeah, pretty much shows what the NeoGeo is capable of. So yeah, Baseball Stars, not really my cup of tea, but yeah, NAM 1975. So a nice looking box, and it comes with an extra game. It comes with a game of Ninja Masters on a separate SD card. proprietary SD card. And it comes with an epilepsy warning, and it also states that it's made from Blaze and that it's actually not a NeoGeo AES system. And oh, how true that is! So the box looks well made, well designed. I mean, they really put quite a lot of attention to its the way it looks, and that's very nice. And now the handheld, it's quite reminiscent of an iPhone actually, but the sides are not metal, they're plastic, and the top is also plastic. It's not glass, and here you can see all the connectors and the buttons that are on it. But it has a nice look to it, and it has a nice weight to it as well. It's not too heavy and not too light. And yeah, the back is a rubberized plastic, and the label is embossed, and it really looks quite nice. But also, first impressions are very, very promising, but if you continue to look at it, then you see that the plastic of the buttons is quite cheap, and the metal shining edge around it is actually quite cheap looking. So the amazement really wears off quickly, because the plastic really looks cheaper than you would like it to be. Still very nice design, but it looks kind of cheap. Actually, the design of the game pad, the Arcus gamepad, the build quality is actually much better. I decided not to proceed with a video on the NeoGeo-X Gold. I'm seriously contemplating on returning it, or just keeping it as a very expensive collector's thing. At first I wasn't really disappointed with the arcade stick. I thought the plastic was kind of cheap, but yeah, I hooked it up on my PC, and I thought, let's try some Mame on it. And I've got some Hori joysticks and some other arcade sticks that are way better than the NeoGeo arcade stick. So I was actually thinking, well, if the console itself lets me down a bit, then I can always have USB arcade sticks. I was crazy enough to get an extra controller for it, but yeah, I'm quite disappointed. I actually expected more from it. As for the console, when you first take it in your hands, it's like, well, it's okay, and it has a nice rubberized feel on the back, but it is actually of a worse build quality than this. This is actually a much better build quality, and this is only 125, I believe. So yeah, I wasn't very happy with this, completely, because there are some button issues, but I'm not very happy about these. The screen, it's vibrant, but it's also very fuzzy, and there's no way to set the screen to 4:3, I believe, so it's stretched out because it's a widescreen. And the clicky joystick, which is of course very nice from the arcade stick. Actually, the clicky joystick from the Neo Geo Pocket is a lot better, and this feels cheap. And I also have an issue with one of the shoulder buttons, that the left shoulder button. If I push it in, it doesn't click. It actually hits the plastic on the side. The right shoulder button is okay. So build quality, nah. And I thought, well, I'm not gonna bother hooking it up. Yeah, I'm emulating it on my Xbox. I'm emulating the systems on my PC or on Android devices, and I think the experience actually, or actually I have legal, and of course I have the real thing over there. What is it? Over there. And yeah, if you compare it, Luke Morris did a video on it, and I think he's. I think when I watched that, I thought, well, you know, he's kind of harsh because he's used to all these, you know, arcade perfect sticks and stuff. But actually, I must say, I come to the same conclusion. And if you have the if you have had an experience with the original deal, and you do own an AES or a NeoGeo CD with a clickety joypad thing. Yeah, you can't just help. You just can't help but feel that this is cheap, and I think there obviously will be a market for it. I think a lot of people will actually quite enjoy it, but for its price and for what it was in my head, it just doesn't. It doesn't. It just doesn't. It just, yeah. How do you say that? It just didn't live up to its expectations, and perhaps my expectations were too high. So I might just leave it for a while and revisit it in a bit. Oh, another thing, and that actually made me not want to hook it up. I saw a video, and I saw actually horizontal tear lines in the screen from, I'm not sure who, it was one of the first videos out there on the NeoGeo-X, and actually you have these horizontal tear lines on the actual console itself, the handheld as well. If you scroll horizontally, there's actually tear lines where, and tear lines means that yeah, you have two parts of the screen, and when the screen moves horizontally, it doesn't move horizontally in one go. It just, you know, you have parts of the screen that actually move like this. VSync. I mean, if, for Pete's sake, if you create a console like that, do VSync. I mean, the original didn't have any problems like that, and yeah, I'm actually quite disappointed. So yeah, not a happy camper. But then again, yeah, that's just. Yeah, one of these things, I guess. So, I mean, and if people like the NeoGeo-X and they like the arcade stick, fine by me. But it's not my cup of tea. I'm actually quite disappointed by it. But that's perhaps just me and the expectation I had. I actually thought they would have the same level of build quality as the original, but then again, the original costed a whole shitload of money, even more than this, and it was engineered to a very high standard, and yeah, I think it was just foolish of me to expect a reproduction to be of the same value. I mean, and for what it's worth, for the money, perhaps it's worth it. I'm just, yeah, I just can't get over the fact that it just isn't a NeoGeo AES, and actually it says so on the box. Whoops, it says so on the box. It says, actually, let me see, over here. I think it says this is not a NeoGeo AES system, and yeah, I mean, this gives it away. Blaze, I mean. Blaze is one of these companies that produces all these lower quality Sega NeoGeo, or Sega NeoGeo, Sega Mega Drive and Sega Genesis reproductions, and yeah, I've been not very impressed by those as well. And yeah, I'm a big fan of these clone consoles like that, and in a way, I actually, you know, I like the fact that they've done what they did, or did what they what they did, of how you say that, but yeah. Oh, perhaps people are gonna hate me because of this, but yeah, it's just my honest opinion, and perhaps it's snobbish, I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm disappointed. I believe Tony, Electric Adventures, is also getting one, and I'm very curious after his experiences. He was hoping to receive it just before he had a nice time away with his family, and so that he could take it with him on a holiday. And yeah, so very curious after his opinions. Luke Morse actually said, well, this is a piece of junk. Pete Dorr actually quite enjoyed it, I believe, and Gamester81, I think his video still has to come out, but he already tweeted that his opinion on it was kind of, well, there's some good things about it and there's some bad things about it, and I think it's great for the effort, because it makes NeoGeo games available to a larger public at an affordable price, legally, which is a good thing, because emulation, if you don't have the original hardware, which I do, but emulation, of course, if you don't have the, yeah, it's not necessarily legal. I mean, in my neck of the woods, you're able to download stuff, you're able to download media, and that's not illegal, actually. So running emulators in the Netherlands is actually not illegal. Downloading the ROMs for the emulators is not illegal. Uploading the ROMs for these emulators is illegal. We pay a surplus tax on media, hard drives, CD recordables and stuff, and actually that is to compensate the creators of the original media to be compensated for it. So, but in other parts of the world, of course, emulation and downloading ROM files could actually be illegal. So, yeah, and access to emulation files may not be as easily available. So for that, I commend them, and perhaps on its own merit, if you don't directly compare it to a NeoGeo AES for real, you could quite like it. If you do own a NeoGeo AES for real, then you may be disappointed. Actually, I may actually hook it up if Half-Blind Gamer actually comes to visit, because he actually recently got a system, an AES system from Luke Morse, and before that he never touched one, and we could actually let him decide how the NeoGeo-X is for him. It would be very interesting, actually. It would be very interesting to hear Tony Electric Adventures as well. So, I mean, if people want me to hook it up and want me to demonstrate it, or, you know, want me to just write down below if you want me to do a video on it or a review on it. It won't be a very positive review now. Perhaps it will be more positive in a couple of days. Yeah, okay. Signing off, and I'll be back with another video later on.